Proxy, it's you. Are you looking for Lucy?
Yes, I want...
Ah, Proxy. You really know how to keep your mouth.
I've said it before. If you can't keep a secret and are slow to react, you're not cut out to be a... Was that all?
Yep, you're the real deal, Proxy. Definitely someone the Sons of Calydon should work with long-term.
Don't let Piper's usual careless facade fool you. She's actually pretty cautious.
Sorry about that. Just little old unreliable me. Anyway, let's get to the real issue. Here's the deal. Ever since we've set up camp here, I've noticed something odd. Every time Blazewood ships out their handicrafts, Casa always leaves town for 2 or 3 hours at night. Since Lucy told me there might be a mole, one night I pretended I couldn't sleep and talked to Casa when she was about to leave. She said she was out for a stroll because she also couldn't sleep. And then she just went back inside as if everything was normal. But an hour later, she snuck out of Blazewood again.
Her behavior does seem quite bizarre. Ugh, this is... Casa's relationship with the Sons of Calydon goes back longer than I've been around. We set up camp here and to Caesar, Casa has always been like a big sister. Someone she can rely on. Caesar is going to be... So, we have to investigate this discreetly. If we're right about this, we need to solve it without Caesar
This is a tough situation. Like speeding downhill, but dwelling on the worst-case scenario won't help. We have to roll with the punches, cause that...
Piper's right. Once a wild boar charges, there's no backing down. Proxy, I heard there's another shipment going out in a few days. We'll follow her at night and see. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Let's stir up some trouble.
All right. How are things with Bernice and... I checked. Caesar's already asleep. That girl's got a routine like clockwork.
And Bernice is all... I sparred with her the entire day to wear her out. Looks like tonight, the ethereals in the hollow won't taste my perfect one-hit KO. They got off lucky.
Quit whining, Lighter. If you'd hidden the nitro fuel better, we wouldn't be in this mess. All right, let's get moving. Only the 3 of us and the Proxy can handle this now. It's Casa! This way, quickly!
Okay. Here's a taste of the abyss.
the area first.
Looks like this isn't the right way.
Got your back.
This place is a storage area?
It's the exit! Let's go! There's Casa. Looks like she's waiting for someone. Proxy, let's take a...
I'm here like I was told. Hello? Is anyone there?
I thought we agreed.
Morse?
You were supposed to come alone.
What are you talking about? Hand over the goods like you promised.
If you want the goods, you're gonna have to pay up. Or... I'll just take it from the Sons of Caledon.
Wait, what?
You're mine now, and my prey never escapes.
Oh yeah? Bring it on! Morse, Casa, let's settle this right now! Caesar, fuck this thing. What are you doing running with them? I can explain. You guys met us here in secret. What else is there to explain? What did they hook you up with?
It's not like that.
He's trying to escape! After him! Huh? Caesar, you're here! Caesar, calm down and listen to me. Casa and the Overlord...
Enough! I know. These supplies will get corrupted if left in the hollow. Casa. Take them with you.
Overlord Pompeii?
It's been a while, Caesar of the Sons of Caledon. To think that little sprout by Big Daddy's side would dare bring her underlings to
Overlord Pompeii, while the Sons of Caledon still recognize you as the leader of the Motor League, you'd better...
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That will be addressed soon enough. But first, there's a more pressing matter. Caesar, these goods are what the Vanquishers promised to deliver to Blazewood. Are you deciding to let...
Don't push your luck.
Lucy, wait. I checked these boxes. They really are food and medicine, no matter where they came from. These are things that...
Caesar, I was actually, but then you came in all excited, telling me you qualified for the Tour d'Inferno and asked if you could stay in Blazewood for a while. The Sons of Caledon have helped Blazewood so much over the years. At a crucial time like this, we have no way to repay you. So how could we make you worry about this for us too?
Repay? Selling us out to the Vanquishers is your...
Selling you? Wait, Lucy, I've never betrayed you. I just made a deal with the Vanquishers. We trade the handicrafts we make for supplies.
She's telling, although you have the favor of Blazewood, as the Overlord, I couldn't turn a blind eye to the needs of the residents. When Casa suggested moving the trade to the Hollow to avoid any misunderstandings, I agreed. After all, we can't disrupt the peace among League members.
So you're saying the leak about our whereabouts has nothing to do with you?
Standing your ground is a good trait, but not knowing when to back down is just disrespectful. I'm here to resolve. Today I found this in the handicrafts Blazewood delivered.
Is that...
Moors, this vial should have contained heavy oil, the lifeblood of the old oil field. So why is this? Also, the supplies delivered to Blazewood of late seem to be less than what was agreed upon.
Boss, pump.
Moors, I didn't bring you along for the Tour d'Inferno just for you to play dirty trick. If we, as the League Overlords, are not just, then who would want to remain part of the League? And who would protect the old oil field?
I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight. It's all...
You're willing to take your punishment. Do you think you alone can bear the responsibility for the death? Sons of Caledon, Casa. Moors is my subordinate. I failed to manage him properly. I won't shift the blame onto him. As the current overlord, I'll take responsibility for this and provide compensation.
Nice speech. Now how do you...
Recently, I negotiated and reached cooperation agreements with several areas neighboring the old oil field. According to the agreement, the old oil field's damaged oil pipelines can be rebuilt through other regions, as long as we provide some of the oil to them.
Wait, does that mean our town's oil supply is safe?
That's right. Within 3 months, the supply should be restored. Also, several regions have agreed to share the roads, opening up at least 5 new freight routes for the old oil field. Sons of Caledon. In the next 6 months, I plan to have you manage 3 of these routes. I take it you won't refuse.
You mean you're just gonna hand them over on a silver platter?
I heard you've been drawing bad routes lately. Though it's just a coincidence, it's time to compensate you. And though the new routes are lucrative, they also traverse treacherous areas and require experienced riders. I have a condition, though. You need to help the less fortunate residents in these 3 regions for free during this period. And any teams using the routes in the future must do the same. How does that sound?
Hey, Lucy, how are the terms? Are they
If it's true, it does solve our long-standing issues. Plus, with expanded routes, the other biker gangs would see a significant income boost.
I see. Hey, oh man! Your terms are certainly interesting. But it looks like you're making assumptions. The title of Overlord and who gets to allocate the routes hasn't been decided yet. If I become Overlord, I'll be fairer than you.
You can certainly talk the talk. I'll take that. Caesar, here's a letter of commitment I wrote myself. The route allocations will be officially announced soon. See you at the tour.
So, it turns out, Moors bugged the handicrafts sent to Blazewood for processing, and was listening in on our conversation.
Yes, and once the goods were processed and shipped out, they could discreetly retrieve the listening device. It's a flawless...
If that's the case, why did the Overlord reveal this? At that point, we hadn't even discovered...
Even if we hadn't found the listening device, once we cleared things up with Casa, we would have eventually started to suspect the handicrafts.
That's right. If we found the bugs ourselves, things would have gotten out of hand.
Is there a difference? Oh, Bernice, the Overlord stepping up shows some sincerity. If we had confronted him, even if it was all Moors' doing, he wouldn't have accepted his terms. Mishandling this could have shaken the foundations of the Motor League, jeopardizing the safety of the...
It would have caused...
Yes. We've been able to live relatively peacefully, thanks to the League ensuring the security of our oil resources. You have to understand, our oil isn't just coveted by other regions in the Outer Ring. Big city companies see it as the only thing stopping them from expanding into the Outer Ring. If something happens to the oil, the biker gangs might have a chance to move to other areas, especially Blazewood. The residents are mainly the elderly or children, and their ether aptitude is weak.
Oh, Proxy, sorry to bother you, but Proxy, I want to discuss Caesar. Ever since we met with the Overlord, she's usually straightforward and energetic. But lately, she's just been sitting on her own, lost in thought. She's even eating. Caesar's worried? It's strange, right? Lighter offered to train for the Turd Inferno with her, and she said I think it's related to what happened that day. But if I ask her... just so you know, I don't really care what's wrong with her, but she's still the leader of the Sons of Caledon, and I can't let her have Proxy. Can you come up...
Lucy, I'm planning to head back to New Eridu tomorrow to copy some offline data. It might be a good
That's a good idea. And Caesar hasn't been to New Eridu much. All right, I'll handle Caesar. Tomorrow, have her take you to New Eridu on her bike. I'll leave the rest to you.
So this is where the famous Phaethon lives and runs a That reminds me. Sometimes Lucy comes all the way to New Eridu just to see movies that feature her favorites.
Does Lucy still come back to...
We sometimes do business in the city. Thanks to her New Eridu citizenship, she can come and go as she pleases. Not me, though. If I hadn't come with you today, it would have been ages since I'd been in this...
How about we explore this? We have some time while the data copies, and there's nothing else to do.
All right, you're the... We've seen the movie and had our drinks.
We've got some time to kill. How about we take a stroll nearby? There are nice shops in Lumina Square. We can stop whenever something catches our eye.
Okay, let's go.
Everyone, watch out!
Uh-oh. That guy has a dangerous look in his eyes. Those guys chasing him don't stand a chance. Take care of yourself, Belle. Hello, Belle?
Caesar, where are you?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I already caught the guy. Don't forget I'm even stronger than Lighter. And besides, you weren't that concerned about me when I was dealing with ethereals before.
Humans are sometimes more dangerous than it.
Wow, that's so old school. You sound just like Big Dad. So, are you still nearby? I got totally turned around chasing him through the alleys. So, I am a little lost right now. The data should have finished copying by now. And it's getting dark. Thanks for showing me around today. Seems like everywhere in New Eridu is just as busy as the old oil. So many strange and wonderful things. No wonder a lot of people from the Outer Ring want...
Haven't you ever thought about it, Caesar? With your skills, you could apply for...
Me? Never thought about it. Even now, being here in the city, I still feel like I belong in the Outer Ring.
Belle, it really is you. I saw the note on your door saying you'd be away for a while, but I didn't expect it to be there. Shop told me he saw you were back, so I came over to check.
We're doing good. Thanks, Enzo. Just visiting friends for a few days.
I happen to be one of those friends. We'll take good care of...
With such a friendly host, we neighbors can rest easy. I'll leave you to it. If you need anything...
Is that guy your neighbor, Proxy? I always heard people in the city aren't as close to one another. But from what I've seen today, people seem pretty friendly here too. You asked if I ever thought about living in the city. I guess with so many close friends in the Outer Ring, I'd so, if I want to really protect them.
Are you talking about...
Yeah, Proxy. I've been growing up with the stories of the Tour d'Inferno. I always wanted, but being the Overlord is more than just being the strongest. Even though Pompey's men caused trouble, I only just found out the reason the Overlord hadn't been seen for the past 6 months is because he had been working on negotiations with the other regions. I would have never thought of doing that. I didn't even know it was an option. When he laid out the terms, Lucy immediately saw the benefits of the new routes for the old oil field. But Casa has been working compared to them.
Don't say that, Caesar. When you found those goods in the hollow, you didn't get angry. You let Casa take them out first. At the time, we all thought Casa had betrayed us. But you still thought of the town's residents first, worrying the items would be corrupted.
I think anyone else would do the same, right? Making sure everyone has enough to eat is more important than, but Hearing you say that makes me feel I might not be the smartest, but like a wild boar, once I set my sights on a target, I won't let up until Besides, I've got a great group of friend support. Now it's time to focus on Tour d'Inferno. Pompeii is a great opponent.
Boss, here's the newly expanded freight route.
Yes.
Boss, you've...
If it weren't for... By the way, what do you think?
Well, boss, you know Moores was also thinking of our best interest.
You're giving me the answer to a question I never asked. But you don't seem too surprised. Wanting to win isn't a bad thing. But since the Motor League stability... By the way, I heard that you've had a lot of dealings with companies in the city lately.
That is absolutely... It's just that we had some issues with the protective gear we arranged for the oil refinery.
I hope so. Lucius, you're...
Yes, boss.
These documents never end. I've been feeling exhausted these days.
Not at all, boss. You've been talking about the Tour d'Inferno a lot lately. You're clearly...
Well...
But, boss, after all, for this grand event, you need to be in peak condition.
Only the brave will win. Let's stir up some trouble.
Alright, I'll pick your fate. 30, 40, or even a young man before. And new heroes will... I didn't expect so many people.
Do what you're good at, Proxy, and leave the...
What's that thing flying around? Good question. Eyes wide open and take a gander to give everyone a front row seat to this grand event. Every Tour d'Inferno is filmed by drones. And this year, there's only an unprecedented 10-minute broadcast delay. It's the fans are challenging the forever.
Overlord!
You're quite confident, little girl. Do your...
All right, folks, take your positions. The Vanquishers and the Sons of Caladon. Can we expect an epic showdown in the Hollow?
Be careful, everyone. We're about to enter the hollow.
Cinder Glow Lake, here we...
Follow this path down into the depths of the hollow. I'll monitor this route in real time.
Detected on the road ahead.
Okay.
Warning. Dangerous buildings.
Past them!
You okay?
My hair is floating.
That's what you get for being so slow!
There are more and more ether crystals.
Ether concentration levels are up too. Be careful, everyone.
Proxy! Dang, that was quite an impact.
I'm fine.
I'm all right, just a few scratches. When the boulder fell, the ground gave way and collapsed, forming a massive hole.
Master, additionally, before the...
A significant release of...
There were old oil facilities on that path. Did the explosion come... What's this?
Dust. Now that you mention it, Eos is... Wait. Isn't this stuff the ether powder left behind after a pure ether explosive goes off?
Belle, but the Outer Ring doesn't have advanced ether technology, and the city wouldn't sell such dangerous tech to the Outer Ring. So...
That can only mean one thing.
What? Who did this? But when we were at the starting line, Pompey told me to give it my all and give him a proper challenge. He seemed eager to compete. How could he stoop so low?
Caesar, although we can't jump to conclusions, with an incident as serious as this, there's no... The drone should have gotten it all on...
Understood, second assistant.
Oh, hey, Proxy, it's you. What are you? Everything looks to be going smoothly in the Hollow, and we haven't encountered any back.
Huh? Bernice, didn't you see what?
What? Did...
Belle, something's wrong. Ferry says the footage being broadcast has been tampered with. It's not just ours. Even the footage of the Overlord is fake. The footage from both sides has been swapped out. I don't think this is just about stopping us from winning the Tour d'Inferno.
You're right. It seems the enemy is deliberately blocking information from the hub, and there's ether explosives appearing where they shouldn't.
Are you saying Cinder Lake might be in danger?
Yes, I think Belle's guess makes sense.
Caesar, you're the leader of the Sons of Caledon and our client. We can try to get out of the hollow right now and tell everyone what happened.
Stating the obvious, Proxy. We're heading to Cinder Lake. We can't just sit back and watch. As long as we can protect Cinder Lake, we'll figure the rest.
Understood, Caesar.
Wait. What are you all talking about? It sounds like something crazy happened, but it doesn't...
Don't worry, Bernice. Belle, Caesar, you two should get going. You've got to regroup with lighter...
Let's go, Proxy. We don't have
The biosignals detected in the area ahead.
There's no end to these things!
It was Lucy's voice. Let's hurry. I have arrived.
Caesar and the Pro... Seriously?
Are you guys all right?
Boss, don't worry. We're fine.
That's the conclusion we came to, too.
Wait. If you're going to Cinder Lake, you need a...
Note, I've already detected the coordinates of...
That's great news. Let me at him.
I'll make it pay. Careful. I bet.
There's a spaceship fisher nearby.
Biosignals detected nearby.
Let's go take a look.
It's Morse. That's weird. Why isn't he with the Overlord?
Boss, that guy just now was holding...
Moors, what's your status? Have you seen the Sons of Caledon?
Reporting in, boss.
Still haven't seen him.
Boss?
Moors, of course the Overlord is fine. Didn't you see him cut down those ethereals just now with a single...
Lucius, enough trying to suck up to me. After all these years with me, you still haven't gotten over those bad habits of yours. Turning tail and running at the first sign of danger, and underestimating your enemies when victory's within reach. As a biker and
Boss, I get what you're saying.
Enough. Moors, keep an eye on the...
Not good. The vent...
But by the sounds of it,
Is it just me? The explosion at the foot.
Roxy, seeing something like that would usually.
Hey, Caesar!
Huh? More. Time to select. Not gonna happen.
Now we're talking. Now! I won't budge! And one stab!
Sure. This isn't good. He's trying to get away.
Morse, you coward!
Boss, he escaped through the fissure.
Morse must have had something to do with the explosion back there. I got a bad.
The Sons of
Boss, you might have a...
At least we won't have to worry about Cinder Lake for a few years. What's with all these ether crystals coming out of nowhere?
The ether This is tech developed by City Enterprises to increase ether production. And it works wonders in the unique environment of Cinder Lake.
Lucius, do you mean you...
That's right, Pump. Oh, and one more thing I almost forgot to mention. When using this catalyst, the nearby ether concentration will skyrocket. Especially for those with a weak aptitude for ether. It will have serious
Lucius, how
dare you give me another... You monster! Despite being so corrupted, you still have this much strength!
To think I ever had such high hopes for you. Do you understand the impact of colluding with the city's ether companies? What it'll do to this place?
With the power of ether...
What is it, boss?
What? Sorry, Bob. Time to... Wait a minute. Weren't you...
Warning.
What? Let's go.
There aren't any cameras near Cinder.
Damn.
No matter what, Lucy, we have to get. Roxy, where are our bikes? Now is not the time for this.
The fissure.
Look at those yellow materials in front of us.
Mary, what's the situation at Cinder Lake?
Rising ether concentration. I've also detected that Cinder Lake's heat signature is different.
I knew it. Cinder Lake is in trouble.
We're almost there. Rides are up ahead. We're almost there. Cinder Lake is just ahead. Caesar, that's...
Old man, hang in there.
The corruption is too severe. Caesar! Something's wrong with Cinder Lake! There are ether crystals everywhere! What on earth happened here?
It's Lucius. He betrayed me.
We'll get you out now. We can deal with the rest
There's
later.
no time. Caesar, listen. You must protect Cinder Lake.
This is doing. Firing with the Caesar Corporation to extinguish Cinder Lake.
For the prey.
Weakling!
Warning. Rising ether activity detected.
His attack mode has changed. Watch out, everyone.
Out of our way, this keeps up.
The final act begins now.
I'm here. I'm fine.
We finally did it. But the Cinder Lake, in a few minutes, it'll be completely extinguished. How ironic. Even with the Sparkstone, it's too far away. There's nothing we can do.
Without oil, what does Lucius plan to do with the old oil field?
Unless a miracle happens. Huh?
I'll get the Sparkstone there.
What? Wait. No. Caesar, you can't leave!
You lost your mind? You'll die! Caesar!
You're right, Lucy. Even without oil, we can still make a living somewhere else. But what about the people who don't have a choice? I'm sorry, but this is what I have to do. Don't look at me like that, because I'll start to feel afraid.
Wait, there's an abnormal spatial fluctuation nearby. It's like something is coming our way.
It's not over yet. Where is it?
Belle, everything's packed. We're ready to head back home.
Proxy! Good thing you haven't left. I almost missed.
Caesar, I told you. Shouldn't have rushed.
I told you I'm just the acting overlord. That day, even though Pompey threw in the Sparkstone that was replaced by Lucius, he was the first one to reach the finish line. The overlord title should be his.
Caesar, speaking of Lucius...
Nothing yet. We haven't found his man Moores either. That no-good snake. We sent Bernice and Piper to cut him off, but he got away, looking through the stuff he left behind. We found evidence that he was colluding with an ether corporation in the city. Combined with EO Proxy. I didn't get to thank you after leaving the Hollow. We saved Cinder Lake,
Couldn't have done it without you, Caesar. When Cinder Lake was about to go out, all I could do was watch as you rode away, getting further and...
Hey, don't get emotional on me. I was saved by the fissure hidden under the vent. Isn't it crazy how that went down?
A friend who's an expert on this said that due to the complex air currents around the fissure, ether particles are unable to stabilize, preventing it from being sealed off. Due to the balance between the natural gas and the ether particles, the fissure won't be moving anywhere. It's probably been there for decades.
Diving into the fiery sea, the hero returns valiantly. When the first overlord reached the lake, maybe that's where he jumped in too.
Who'd have thought the legend of the first overlord was true? Well, this was an unexpected...
People back then didn't know about the fissure, and the first overlord probably forgot what happened to him. So that's where the divine intervention part of the legend came from.
True, but isn't the existence of a fissure right in the middle of Cinder Lake already pretty divine?
Do you remember what happened after you fell into the fissure?
Parts of it, but it's hazy. I thought I was done for in the darkness. I thought I would lose consciousness pretty quickly. But I could feel every part of the overwhelming pressure as I passed. Then, I saw a light in the darkness and instinctively pulled back on the throttle and sped toward. Next thing, I came out right on top of you all.
It was unbelievable. After you said, "We meet again," the next thing out of your mouth was, "Lucy, if I die, the Sons of..."
She's always had her eye on taking over as the leader of the Sons of Caledon. And in that moment, I thought she'd be relieved. But that lunatic jumped up, shouted, "I don't want your leftovers!" and straight up slapped me in the face.
It's your fault for saying that. Lucy was still crying when we left the Hollow.
Yeah, Lucy was really scared I would die. But now everything's... Since you're heading back to the city, let me give you something as a memento.
Oh, it's a sunflint.
Yeah, all of the Sons of Caledon chipped in. It's a shame I didn't have time to help with the weaving. I just drew the design in the middle.
Thanks. I'll take good care of it.
You're always welcome in the Outer Ring, Proxy. May you rise from...
can't see Caesar and the others in the rearview mirror anymore.
Mr. Wise, leave looking around to me and keep your eyes on the road. But it was nice of Caesar and the gang to escort us all the way to the edge of the outer ring.
It feels like Cinder Lake was just about to go out.
What's wrong, Wise? You sound a little emotional.
Although we could only prove the fissure in Cinder Lake exists from its effects, apart from Caesar's bold gamble, there really was no other way to save it. But seeing Caesar fall, that helpless feeling, just like that time.
Wise.
Belle, you really have to admit we're family in moments like this. You must be this is the edge of the city. Eos and Fairy are here too.
Second assistant, you have deviated from your course. Recalculating a new route home.
Don't worry, Fairy. We're going the right way. The road we're taking now is the real way home. We're here. Let's go up.
Come on, Eos. Don't forget your scarf.
It feels like we haven't been back in a long time, Belle.
Fairy, do you...
Search complete. This is the center of the chasm at the edge of New Eridu. The chasm, which preceded New Eridu, was the product of the large uncontrolled hollow disaster in Eridu, often called the fall of the Old Capital. To deal with the out-of-control Hollow Zero during the fall of the Old Capital, Eridu's leaders at the time detonated the 14 Shiryu pillars from the southwest to the northeast. The power of the explosion caused a strong geological reaction, bringing about the formation of the chasm.
That's right. There's nothing in the chasm that can be corrupted, so Hollow Zero can't convert more etheric energy to expand, which prevents it from getting out of control.
New Eridu could only be built because of it. Without it, if you keep driving from here, you'll end up on the road to the northern side of Eridu, which is really close to the Throne Quarter. Within 10 minutes, you'll come upon a massive statue
that belongs to the White Star Institute. Turning left before the statue takes you to the former main road number 7 of the Minerva Quarter. On the left side of the road were all the old civilization antique shops that Wise liked to go to. He was just a kid back then, and always fell for fake antiques.
And on the right side of the road were all the dessert shops and snack stores that Belle loved. I couldn't resist Belle's whining and ended up buying more treats than she could ever finish.
I couldn't finish them? As soon as any snacks were placed on the table, everyone would grab them up within a minute.
How could I forget? So, at the end of main road number 7, after you pass 3 security gates, you'll see a beautiful building.
Our teacher is right there. She'll be at the entrance with Eos, waiting for us. She always liked to stand to the right of the building's plaque.
The Helios Academy. That's our real home. It's there now as well, just across the chasm, deep inside Hollow Zero, under the rubble of the old capitals.
Teacher, we're back. It's been a while this time, and
Master, second assistant, please allow me to express my condolences for the significant individual who has passed away. Should you wish, I can search for her name and accurately determine her location on the memorial monument.
Carol.
That name was not found in the database of victims from the fall of the Old Capital. Only one matching result was found in the related information resulted in the uncontrollable Hollow Zero, leading to the great tragedy of the fall of the city. The main culprit, Senior Research Director Carol Arna of the Helios Academy, along with others involved. Speculation. The name provided earlier was incorrect, or the matching information belongs to another person.
No, it's no mistake. The person officially responsible for the fall of the Old Capital is Carol Arna.
She was our teacher.
She taught us, raised us. The HDD system and Eos are among her many achievements. She also saved us when the Old Capital fell. Fairy, didn't you ask us why we wanted to investigate Hollow Zero?
This is our reason.
We became proxies so we could collect enough observation data to one day head back to where Helios Academy once stood, deep in Hollow Zero.
We're confident that if there are clues anywhere, it's got to be there.
Belle and I are prepared to swear on our lives that our teacher isn't the one responsible. We have to uncover the truth about the fall of the old capital and clear our teacher's name. She's innocent.
Warning, an unknown entity has been
Huh? Now?
You're the head of section...
That's correct. And you're the leaders of the independent investigation team with the exceptional guide, Bangbu. I did not anticipate being bested by you.
We're honored you remember us. But being bested...
I am training to be the first to reach the Chasm Memorial. I would like to spend some more time with her, alone.
So you're here to pay your respects to the deceased too?
Yes, my mother.
My condolences.
Thank you. But I don't intend to find peace. Indeed. I shall not seek peace until all those responsible for the fall of the old capital are apprehended. I'll catch them all.
Have a cup of coffee to jumpstart your day. No machine ground beans here. Well, yes, I may be an intelligent machine, but I still grind my coffee beans by hand.